If you have spent any time on YouTube lately, you have surely noticed the trend of startup videos popping up everywhere. It seems like everyone is busy building their own side project nowadays. Truth be told, I have been there too, and while none of my side projects got any real traction, I got really good at building them, quickly and efficiently. I'm going to be showing you the technical blueprint that I personally use and recommend for building a website in the modern age. And the best thing, all of these technologies I'm gonna be covering have a free tier, meaning you can get started without paying a single cent. Of course, I'm gonna be talking about tech stacks. Now, the word tech stack will surely provoke some of my viewers, as people generally fall into two different camps. One that thinks that tech stacks are pretty much useless and just overcomplicate things. On the other hand, there are people who believe that you should at least plan out the basic features of your application and think about what technology solves them the best. This might make the difference of your startup succeeding or just completely failing. It doesn't matter where you sit on this conversation. What I want you to take away from this video is not the individual technologies I'm gonna be presenting, but why I chose them. I think we can all agree that the most important part of an application is the one that users are interacting with. Nowadays there seems to be a new JavaScript framework coming out every single day, so it's understandable to struggle with the choice on what you should use. Now, I like to learn frameworks just for the fun of it, but you might not have the time to do that. And out of all of the things that I have used, there's only one that I would recommend, and that's Next.js. You have surely heard of Next.js, even if you are not a front-end developer. And for a good reason. Most people who use it end up liking it and talking good things about it. The collection of impressive companies using it, like Coinbase, Netflix, and Twitch, might already convince you that this is a solid framework. But I wanna dive a little deeper. The most important thing about building a startup is building out new features quickly so you can get feedback on them. And this is exactly what makes Next.js such an effective tool. It comes with what we call batteries included. This means you don't have to waste time building things like static site generation, server-side rendering, API routes, and so much more. Not only does it get you to a good start, but it doesn't hinder your progress in the future when you wanna build more complicated features. Because it's built with React, the possibilities what you can build with it are pretty much endless. Now, the frontend is fun, but most of the real work happens on the backend. Traditionally, you would have a relational database, a web server, and a reverse proxy. Lately, there has emerged some new and trendy solutions that get you the results of the traditional setup without having to do any of the boring stuff. They allow you to focus on building the actual core business logic of your application instead of focusing about stuff like sharding, scaling, provisioning, and data correctness. You can just define your data models and you will get an easy to use, secure API. This saves a ton of development time without sacrificing reliability. Two of my favorite solutions are GraphCMS and Fauna. Content is the essence of any website, and the main goal for GraphCMS is to make creating and distributing content as easy as possible. It comes with a nice, clean user interface that allows even non-technical people to create content. As the name suggests, GraphCMS gives you a GraphQL content API. I used it on my personal website and I can say I have been very pleased with it. As someone who previously used headless WordPress as their main data source, I can say GraphCMS is like a breath of fresh air. Fauna is one of the most interesting databases I have come across. It is made by ex-Twitter employees after they got tired of working with databases, so they decided to build their own. You gotta respect that. Fauna provides serverless, multi-region, transactional database instances that are accessible via a cloud API. The most interesting thing about Fauna is that it uses its own query language, SQL. SQL is an expression-oriented query language that provides more functionality than you probably expected. I mean, just look at all the built-in functions. I'm currently using Fauna to build my cryptocurrency-powered marketplace that I'm hopefully going to be launching soon. Deploying any web application is traditionally considered to be a very difficult thing to do. I mean, just look at the things you need to have in place just to have a basic CI/CD pipeline. Thankfully, there has emerged multiple new hosting providers that do all of this for you. Two of my favorites are DigitalOcean with their new app platform and Netlify. DigitalOcean is a server-based hosting solution and Netlify is serverless with a CDN. Both of them come with GitHub integration, so the only thing you need to do is link your GitHub repository and set up your build command. I have used both of them extensively and oh man, you're gonna save so many hours by using either one of them. Netlify has a free tier and so does DigitalOcean, but only for static sites. The differences between a serverless and a servered architecture requires a video of itself, so I'm gonna leave that choice for you. DigitalOcean provides features like horizontal and vertical scaling and background workers. It's also very easy to integrate your application with their other offerings like managed databases and object storage. Netlify, on the other hand, provides you with features like deploy previews, form submissions, and A/B testing. We covered a lot in this video, but the main thing I want you to take home is this. Whatever technology you end up choosing must have a solid reasoning behind it, whether that is improved developer experience, having some features that your application must have, or some requirements that you must meet. You must understand that your product comes first, the technology is just there to support it. I'm off now to build my own side project. If you want to watch me fail or succeed, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. This way you stay notified whenever I upload my next video. Alright, thank you so much for watching and I see you next time.